Hey everybody, Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for this week of April 2015. I apologize for being so late with this. I finally got the chance to finish reading these books, and I still need to get caught up on the Midtown comics that I got from my bro Chris. Got a lot of Convergence here, but one thing I will say about Convergence so far, most of the tie-ins, they kind of feel similar in terms of storytelling, but they all had their own uniqueness to them, and I'll try my best to say which ones I liked, which ones I thought could have been better. Alright, we're going to go through DC, then some Dynamite, and then finally finish it out with Marvel. And we got a lot to cover. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with DC. We're going to start with Convergence number 1. Wow. This was not what I expected it to be, but that's a bit of a good thing. You got the Injustice universe, and you got Earth 2 being highly showcased in here. And we get the introduction of Talos, or whatever the fuck you call him, and he's serving Brainiac, and he's like domed different cities, different variations of major cities from the DC, from multiple DC universes and everything. And you know, he's like, say, you know, fight to the death or pick your strongest champions, stuff like that. And you're gonna hear that and get used to that, because you're gonna be reading that a lot in most of these Convergence titles. But it was good to see the Injustice characters get a showcase in here. Now, I myself have not read the Injustice comic books. I've been told they're actually pretty good. This actually wasn't bad. I was more of a fan of the Earth 2 characters being showcased, because, you know, it's once this whole thing wraps up and we get a new Earth 2 series, and hopefully just one to talk about, there's no sense in beating a dead horse with it. Hopefully, so far, I'm liking this, and this could turn out to be a really good storyline for DC. I thought this was actually really good. I give it a 3.5. We're going on to Convergence Batgirl number 1. And, get a text. I'll answer that in a minute. We got Convergence Batgirl number 1. Wow. This was interesting. It was good to see Stephanie Brown in the Batgirl costume again. And it was good to see Cassie, the Black Bat, and Tim, Red Robin. You know, it's good to see all these characters again, but I gotta be honest, I wasn't really feeling this. Not as much as a lot of other people were. You know, I'm sure all the Stephanie Brown Batgirl fans out there, and I'm one of them, but I'm sure a lot of them were probably just like, woo, 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 and I really wasn't. I mean, you know, I kind of personally felt like Brian Q. Miller should have been writing this, because he really knew how to write Stephanie Brown. He really knew how to nail her as Batgirl. That sounded wrong. But this was just alright. Maybe part 2 will be better. Who knows? She's the reason why I bought this. I'll be nice and I'll give it a 3. It was good for what it was. Moving on to Convergence Batman and Robin number 1 of 2. Wasn't feeling this that much either. It's just Batman and Robin doing what they do best, and they run across Jason Todd, the Red Hood, and his old partner Scarlet. Now, probably a lot of you are going to go, who the fuck is Scarlet? Remember, this takes place in the prior DC universe, before New 52. So if you can remember that far back, Jason Todd was the Red Hood back then as well, but he had his own little partner, his own little sidekick, Scarlet. I remember her. But this was just kind of average for me. And again, with just like in all the other tie-ins, you get that overtone. It's like your worlds, your cities are doomed. Get used to it, because you're going to see it a lot. But this was just okay. I'm going to give this a 3 as well. I just didn't really feel it. Even with the supposed big boom cliffhanger at the end, I just, Alright, moving on to Convergence Harley Quinn number 1. You damn right. The Gotham City Sirens reuniting, yeah, I'm on board. this was actually not that bad. This was actually pretty good. You got, you got the Sirens back together, but you got Harley actually trying to establish a new life now that this dome has covered Gotham. And, and with Ivy in it, is like, there's also a recurring theme. Anybody who has meta powers or superpowers, once the dome hits your city, you lose your powers. And, it was, once the dome came up, it was finally good to see, Harley, Ivy, and Selina get back together. This actually wasn't bad. I'm not going to give too much away, but all I will say is the writers and everybody who worked on this did a fantastic job. The artwork was great. The writing was good, really capturing the insanity that Harley has. And it's just really good. Very well done. I give it a 3.5. Moving on to Convergence Justice League #1. I got this for many reasons. One, an all-female team of an all-female Justice League team. Fuck yes. Jade's back. Fuck yes. Jesse Quick's back. Fuck yes. And Mara. Even though it's not technically not the same Mara that I love New 52 Mara. But this was good, and what a way to start the issue with Supergirl busting through the wall of a hospital, carrying a pregnant and in labor Jesse Quick. Of course, the dome falls down. They don't have their powers anymore. This was just fun. This was fun up until nearly the end of the book. Up until when the book started wrapping up, it started getting more and more serious, and I liked that. Especially now we're seeing more mergers and more crossings between alternate dimensions and alternate Earths and everything. That's something that DC is good at when it comes to writing stuff like this. And to see Jade again, to see Jesse again, to see these characters that I loved so much that the New 52 took away from me, it was really refreshing. And I love how they all got along, that chemistry, that friendship, it's like, we're friends, but you get on my damn nerves kind of chemistry. It was great. This was fun. I loved it. I give it a 3.5. Moving on to Convergence, Nightwing and Oracle #1. Gail Simone, yes. It was good to see Nightwing and Oracle. It was good to see Oracle again, Barbara in this role, because, even though Barbara will always be Batgirl for me, I did love her as Oracle. She was a great character as Oracle. I don't know why people started slamming me when I said I would prefer her being Batgirl, because I'm telling the truth. I would prefer her being Batgirl. But it doesn't mean I hate Oracle. I love Oracle. But in here, you get to see the chemistry that her and Dick have. But if I had to nitpick on one thing, it's Nightwing's proposal to Barbara. I just felt it was completely unnecessary and not really a needed moment. It was just in there for probably fan service from Gail Simone, with all due respect. It was just a moment that wasn't really needed. You could tell the story without having that part in there. That's how it felt. That's how I felt about it. But seeing Hawkman and Hawkgirl in there, and the bargain they try to put on Dick and Barbara, and they're just not having it. But then we start to see just how much of a genius Barbara was as Oracle. She still is a genius, but her genius shines more when she's Oracle. And I'm really loving this. This is really good stuff. I'm hooked. Even though the marriage proposal I don't think was needed, it still added to the story. I'll give it that. This was good. I really enjoyed it. This is probably one of the better tie-ins to Convergence. And I know I'm probably going to get slack because you're just saying it because Gail Simone wrote it. Well, ding dong. Newsflash. Gail Simone's a great writer. She happens to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite writer of the current era in comic books right now. She knows it. She gets how to work characters and how to make them connect. She's that good of a writer. I give this a 4. Thought it was good. Going on to Convergence The Question #1. I got this to see Renee Montoya in that role, and because Greg motherfucking Rucka is writing it. And he was one of the guys who was writing The Question and who was writing Batwoman when it was just starting to get good. And man, this was good. This was really good. I love the stuff in here with, you know, with Harvey, with Two-Face, and, you know, with Renee Montoya and everything. The dome is down. That mark that Renee had on her face is gone. And, you know, Two-Face is wanting to commit suicide, but he keeps losing the coin toss on that. It's just really good shit. We get a brief cameo from Huntress in here. This was just all around amazing. And then that cliffhanger at the end of the fucking book. Woo! Oh, I can't wait to read the next part. This was great. This was really good. I give it a 4. Convergence Speed Force #1. Wally West, The Flash. This, to a lot of fans out there, this was your Flash. My Flash is still Barry Allen, but I'm sure a lot of you Wally West fans probably got your kicks out of this. This was actually really good. Now, this takes place a long time ago, because last time I checked, Jay, his son Jay, or Jai, I pronounce it Jay. But his son Jay, last time I checked, he didn't have speed powers anymore. Last time I checked, Iris relieved him of his speed powers and took them all and became the new Impulse. Now, this obviously happened before Iris became Impulse. Wally's daughter Iris, not his aunt Iris, but his daughter Iris. So, yeah, this takes place way back when. But also the dome goes down and they lose their speed powers, and you really see Wally break down in here. He lost his speed powers, and he's like so desperate to get them back. He's been spending day after day after day after day at the dome trying to break it open so he can get his powers back. He's also been disconnected from his wife Linda. And remember, they've been under this dome for a year, so he's been away from his wife and his kid's mother for a year, and it's just tearing him apart. And the cliffhanger at the end was really well done. This was an awesome read. I give this a 4 too. And we're ending DC with Convergence Titans #1. Donna Troy, check. Starfire, check. My Starfire. This right here was my Starfire. My Princess Coriander. God, it was so good to see her again. It's not Marv Wolfman writing her, but damn it, compared to what we've been getting in Starfire from the New 52, and just to see the Starfire that I love again, it felt so good. And damn it all, I gave a damn about Roy Harper, about Arsenal. This was amazing. I fucking loved it. It was great to see these three characters work so well and written so well. These are three of the people that were a big part of my childhood. And god damn it, I'm sounding biased, but I don't fucking care. I loved it. It was fun. It was meant to be fun up until the very end of the book. Holy motherfucking shit. This was one of the books that had possibilities of being a pick of the week worthy book. But there were a couple of other books I found to be a bit better than this. But man, this was solid. This was fun. I loved it. Bitch and cliffhanger. Can't wait to see the next part. I give it a 4. But then again, I may sound biased. We're going to Dynamite. Legendary Green Hornet, #3. Fucking awesome. However, it doesn't win any points for originality. This just reeked of Adam West Batman shit. However, this was good. We get to see how Hornet and Kato get out of this so-called Adam West kind of trap that they were put in the last issue. And we also learn the identity of the Brass Hornet, which is a shitty name for a character, but at least we get to learn the identity of this character, and we get to learn more about them. And we're also shown we get more of a spotlight on the little murder son or murder child or whatever the fuck he calls himself. This was good. This was really good. A solid read. Very well done. A 3.5. Moving on to Red Sonja Vulture Circle, #4. Gail Simone. This was awesome. Very well done. To see Sonja, don't worry, it's just water vapor. But to see Sonja in the state that she's in at this moment, it's just really eerie because you don't know just how how much of her humanity is left, and all the stuff that's going on in here is just fucking awesome, and I just love it. Is it the best Red Sonja story ever told? No. But because personally I think the main story on the main series is done a lot better than this. This still is no slouch. This is really good stuff. Gail Simone knows her shit when it comes to these kinds of characters, and I fucking love it. This is really good stuff. I give this a solid 4 as well. Pardon me. But now we're going to Marvel. We're starting off with Angela, Asgard's Assassin, number 5. Oh, this was amazing. You got brother versus sister, Thor versus Angela, well, the Odin son, versus Angela over the fate of their sister, this little infant who's got this curse in her blood. Meanwhile, you got the Guardians and Angela's partner, Sierra, just, you know, going just all over the place. And man, this was fantastic. But by the end of the issue, the Odin son, you know, finally realizes that maybe what Angela's doing is possibly for the greater good, because they're going to heaven of all places. And I love the Belinda Carlisle line in here that was really good. It's just still, sometimes it's the little shit that makes you smile in here. But they're going into heaven, and last time they checked, Angela and Sarah are not exactly welcome there. So this could get really, really good, really, really fast. And the ending kind of gave me a Lord of the Rings-ish kind of feeling. This was good. A solid read. I enjoyed it. This was awesome. I give it a 4. Moving on to Captain Marvel number 14, Kelly Sue DeConnick. This is chapter 11 of the Black Vortex. And this was alright. This was alright. I just wasn't feeling too much with this. I really wasn't. A decent issue. Pretty good read nonetheless. I really can't complain. It's still going in the direction I think it should go. Get away from the hero versus hero shit and focus on heroes versus villains. This, you know, with so many events, Marvel loves to do the whole hero versus hero shit, because who would win in a fight between such and such? I'm sick of that. Now we're starting to see this really go somewhere, and it's going in the right direction. This was alright. For what it was pretty good. I give it a 3.5. I'm not going to ruin too much of it. This damn near made my pick of the week, but something beat it, and here we go. Darth Vader, number 4. Oh my fucking god, this was a great showcase for Darth Vader. And I sent the digital code to my bro, Chris, the TheMtVernonKid. Man, Chris, I hope you fucking love it, because, man, I hope you've been reading Darth Vader, because, man, this shit's amazing. We're starting to see more and more of Vader's frustration with the Emperor. And I love the chemistry with him and his new sidekick that he's rolled out. And his fucking droids. Jesus Christ. I know they look like cheap knockoffs of 3PO and R2, but motherfucker, these droids are awesome. They're so deliciously fucking evil. I love it. It's just really great shit. I mean, Vader's kind of coming off like that villain you want to root for. It's just fucking badass, and bless you, Kieran Gillen, for doing this. This is great shit. This is great shit. A 4.5. Fucking awesome. Pick of the week, here it is. Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man, number 12. You're goddamn right. What a way to end the series. This is the last issue of this series, and it went out on a high note. This was amazing. I think this Miles as Spider-Man I think is the strongest he's ever looked, because he unveils a new ability that even he didn't know he had when he's trying to take on both Hydra and Doctor Doom. And he gets out of it by himself. You know, Cloak and Dagger tried to show up and help him. The new lineup of the new Ultimates tried to show up and help him. But he's able to figure out a way to get out of the deal himself, and the action in here was good. The drama in here was great. The artwork, the writing, the pacing, everything was fucking amazing. Was it perfect? No. But damn it was damn near a perfect issue for the Ultimate Universe. This was awesome. The only thing one thing I really wish would have happened was I wish we could have gotten at least an appearance from Peter Parker in here or something. But man, this was great. Fucking awesome. And it ends on a goddamn cliffhanger. Ah, oh, just amazing. A 4.5. Jesus, what a book. Going to Spider-Man 2099, number 11. Another awesome book. Peter David. God damn it, man, I could hug you. This was good. This was really good. So Miguel is going back to the present time to figure out what the fuck went wrong to have Maestro Hulk rule the year 2099. But while he's there, he brings a cure for his new friend Tempest's cancer. And he cures her in her while she's sleeping. But when he administers the medicine, it wakes her up and she freaks out and thinks that Spider-Man is stalking her or whatever. So he finds out more about what's going on at Alchemax, and we get an appearance from Peter Parker, from Spidey in here. And damn it, Peter just came off really arrogant and really douchey in this issue. But we all know it's going to come back to bite him in the ass, especially with what's going on with Liz and Alchemax. But then we get to the big finish of the issue. Miguel goes back to see Tempest, and she's roaring drunk because she's been cured. But then something happens. Let's say a little a possible side effect from the medicine he gave her kicks in. And then, boom, cliffhanger. Peter David, the fucking master of cliffhangers, strikes again. A 4 out of 5. Awesome. We're ending this review with Spider-Woman number 6. I almost missed out on this issue because I forgot to put Spider-Woman on my pull. After this, I'm still on the fence about whether or not I should put this on my pull list or not. But this was good for what it was. I wasn't a fan of how Jessica's acting in here. She's acting kind of douchey and she's acting kind of arrogant. But one thing I will say, one thing I do love about this series so far is that we're getting a showcase of the more obscure villains, like Kangaroo, Porcupine, Big Wheel, you know, and, oh shit, what's his name? He has this rotating wheel on his chest. We're starting to see more obscure characters getting a showcase in here. That these are some characters that would have been laughed off in other issues and maybe 1 or 2 panels and that's it. But they're getting a full-fledged storyline in here, and I applaud Marvel for this. It's interesting. It's something different. It's something new. And I enjoy that. This is really good. I got more of a kick out of these obscure characters than I did Spider-Woman herself. That's kind of a bad thing, but at the same time, it keeps me interested in the series. After reading this, I'm still debating whether or not I should keep going with this. But, to be fair, this was a good issue. This was a decent read, and I did enjoy it. Who knows? If the next issue is good enough, maybe I'll stick with it. But for now, it's still on the fence. But I did enjoy it for what it was, and I give it a 3.5. Well, that's all I got for this review, everybody. I want to thank y'all for watching. But I apologize for being late. Like I said, it's just water vapor. It's not a cigarette or anything. But thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, Blugoblin01. Go check out Blugoblin X. Look for me on Twitter at Blugoblin01. Look for me on Tumblr or Pinterest. Hell, you can even look for me on Facebook. Jennifer and I, we got Arkham Asylum Studio. We did our Easter video. Go check that out. Don't forget my bro, TheMtVernonKid, Deadpoolzilla, Brandon Hex, with all respect. Thanks again for watching. I am Groot. See you later.